Hi everybody. I want us to take a second, please. Let's breathe in. Breathe out. Have you ever thought about the fact that it seems like in life, a lot of times, you and someone else might be on what seems like parallel tracks, constantly doing the same things, sometimes even knowing the same people, but never yourself meeting, simply because of a different time or place or something like that. And then, oh no! What is this red thing? Ugh. We are talking about lines, transversals, and the angles they form today on geometry. Let's talk about transversals. Transversal is a line segment array that intersects with two coplanar lines at two different points. So in this case, the red line is the transversal. This creates 8 different angles. The angles 3, 4, 5, and 6 are in the interior of the lines and are called interior angles, whereas angles 1, 2, 7, and 8 are in the exterior of the lines and are called exterior angles. With these 8 different angles, we can create some different angle pairs. For instance, we have corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are angles that lie on the same side of the transversal and the same side of their respective lines. An example of that would be angle 1 and angle 5. We also have angle 2 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 7, and angle 4 and angle 8. Alternate to interior angles are the angles that lie on the alternate sides of their transversal. Angle 1 and angle 5, angle 2 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 7, and angle 4 and angle 8 are all corresponding angles. Now let's talk about alternate interior angles, which are angles that lie on alternate or opposite sides of the transversal and on the interior of the lines. So some examples of those would be angle 4 and 5 and angle 3 and 6. Now we've talked about alternate interior angles. Let's now talk about alternate exterior angles, which are angles that lie on alternate sides of their transversal and on the exterior of the lines. Some examples of that would be 1 and 8 and 2 and 7. Now let's talk about same side interior angles. Whereas prior to this we were talking about lines on alternate sides of the transversal, these will be on the same side of the transversal and on the interior of the lines. An example would be 4 and 6 or 3 and 5. Same side exterior angles are going to be angles that lie on the same side of the transversal but on the exterior of the lines. Some examples of same side interior angles are angle 1 and angle 7, and angle 2 and angle 8. So what happens when the lines are now parallel? Well, when a transversal crosses a pair of lines that are parallel, the angle pairs are now either congruent, their measures are equal, or supplementary, which means that they add up to 180 degrees. For instance, corresponding angles are congruent, so angle 1 and angle 5 are going to have the same degree. Alternate interior angles are congruent. So 3 and 6 are going to be congruent, or 4 and 5. Alternate exterior angles are congruent. So 1 and 8, or 7 and 2. And same side interior angles are supplementary. 3 and 5, or 4 and 6. Notice that the angles look different. One is acute, one is obtuse. Same side exterior angles are also going to be supplementary. 1 and 7, 1 is obtuse, 7 is acute, 2 and 8. So now let's try this. The measure of angle 4 is 123 degrees. We are asking about the measure of angle 5. Well, those are alternate interior angles, which are congruent. So, 123 degrees. All right, let's try this next one. The measure of angle 2 is 68. We need to find the measure of 8. Now in this case, they are same side exterior, which means they are supplementary. So I do 180 minus 68, and that's going to get us, let's see, 112. All right, so this time we are saying the measure of angle 4 and the measure of angle 5. So 4 and 5 are alternate interior angles, which means that they are congruent. So I would say 26x plus 1 equals 28x minus 9. At that point, I want to get everything on the same side, so minus 26x, or at least all my x's on the same side. So I get 1 is equal to 2x minus 9, add 9, 10 equals 2x, divide by 2, x equals 5. Then I'd plug it in. 26 times 5 is 130, plus 1 is 131. 28 is 140, minus 9 is also 131 degrees. So now let's try this question. We are told angle 3 is 5x minus 2, and angle 5 is 17x plus 6. So what we have to remember is these two angles are supplementary because they are same side interior. So that means 5x minus 2 plus 17x plus 6, because they are supplementary, is equal to 180. First thing I do is combine like terms. 5 plus 17 is 22x. 6 minus 2 is 4. 180. We subtract 4. 22x equals 176. We divide by 22. X is equal to 8. At that point, 5 times 8 is 40. 40 minus 2 is 38 degrees. And then we could do this. 17 times 8 is going to end up being 136 plus 6, which is 142 degrees. We could have also said 180 minus 142 to get this. So now that we've talked about that, we've done some problems like this, there's only one thing left to do. And that's like and subscribe.